Greetings. Just here enjoying a lovely warm autumn afternoon on the John Day River in Oregon. Here to talk to you today about a friendly little plant called chicory. Easy to identify by these bright blue flowers that it has all up and down it. It's November, so it's not quite as covered with these little flowers as you might hope, but it's still here. These are still useful, and it's a kind of a broadleaf type of plant. You can see down there, small leaves because it's autumn, but they're still here. As you can see, here's another one. And another one. And it has these sort of sawtooth type leaves that you can pluck and go ahead and just throw in your salad raw. If you want to, you can chop them up and throw them in the pot and get a little extra vitamins, nutrients, minerals. One of the nicer things about chicory is that it does have an edible flower. These little flowers here are not just edible, but apparently they have some trace proteins. Earlier in the season they'll be fairly decent raw, but you get in the middle of summer when it gets real hot out, they'll start getting bitter and not real fun to eat raw, but still edible, just not exactly tasty and sweet like you would kind of hope out of a raw flower. Again, going down the plant, we have the broadleaf leaves here that lead us down to what it's often known for, which is its edible root. And they often call it a coffee substitute, but it really is not a coffee substitute. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't taste like coffee. You have to process it. You can't just pull it out of the ground and brew a cup of coffee with it. You'll have to actually roast the roots and get them kind of toasty, and from that point then you're going to maybe add them in with your coffee if you're short on coffee or tea, something like that. Some people like it by itself, but it just doesn't really taste like coffee. That said, you know, from root, shoot to flower, chicory is a perfectly fine plant to pluck away. They consider it a weed. As you can see, there's just tons of it going off all out on this river bar, along with a lot of other kinds of weeds, things like yellow star thistle and other nasty little spiny invaders. But chicory is one you can definitely keep on your menu and munch on just about any time. I'll see it growing all just about year round. Again, there's plenty of greens here and here, all over to be had. It's considered a weed, so you can probably pull it up without making anybody too upset. But thank you for joining us on the John Day River to talk about chicory.